Hand number 75, just under 9 minutes left on the level. Then these stacks are gonna get even more shallower. Cannon's folded his button, queen 9.
I think we'll see Aldemir limp. And I think Queen 8 suited is a really good hand to check, realize your equity. It's really easy to realize your equity off shorter stacks. So why not go to the flop?
This could spell trouble for Lampropoulos. She is dominated. And her hand is quite strong.
Yeah, and BVB spots blind versus blind. Top pair just has to look like the nuts. And we saw her call earlier with top pair.
If only she had queen 3.
I believe we will see her do the same. She wants to keep some of Aldemir's bluffs in, some of his semi-bluffs in.
Two great chips, worth 100K each. That's a call. 40 is your change, and we thank you. Four clubs on the turn. Does not affect either player's hand.
And Korai just wants to make sure he gets the bet sizing correct in this spot so that he is betting enough to protect his hand from some draws, but also making sure that he's going to be able to set up a nice sizing for the river based off of Maria's remaining stack.
He's opted for, looks like small, no, not small sizing at all. I missed two great chips there. 480,000 into 700, just as Maria predicted. And she makes this call. Puts 1.5 million in the middle. He can make a nice chunky river bet. Sports. Apparently the Cougars are going on to the playoffs.
The Cougars?
Yeah, the Cougs having a great year this year. Quarterback's healthy. Got a great line. Great line of offense.
Are you making this up right now?
You're not a Cougars fan?
Special team really brought it today?
The special team was so special.
And Maria's obviously not thinking about a fold. She's just considering her options.
We don't know what she's thinking.
We don't know what she's thinking when she takes a long time, but I do know that with top pair, she's not planning on folding. I do know that much.
Nice, juicy, sloppy pot on the river. 1.66 million in the middle. And that jack on the river gives both players two pair. Aldemir's 9 is gonna play.
But this card might slow, yeah. I mean, Maria called twice. So yes, she does have some draws, but she of course also has jacks as well. She would 100% continue on the flop with middle pair, call again on the turn. So Aldemir can't like that card. He's thinking about the other potential hands that he could get called if we were to put a bet out that he has beat. Because of course you don't want to miss out on value, but that is one of the worst cards he could have seen. But no reason to put out a value bet and feel like you're missing value if you don't think there's that many hands. If you don't think there's that many hands that can call.
420.
I think this is an interesting sizing because without that being the river, that particular card being the river, as well as some of the other draws coming in, I think he was planning to bet bigger. But he's betting pretty small now because he can easily fold if she shoves the river, because she's not going to be calling twice, then shoving over his bet on the river as a bluff. So he could easily bet fold this, but he could easily get just a little bit of value from worse hands.
Does she ever turn this into a bluff?
No, I think it would be pretty silly for her to turn this into a bluff.
Well, there's a minute and a half left on the level.
I think.
And based on the amount of time we've seen her tank in the past, this could very well be the last hand of the level.
Because conversely, Aldemir could easily have a jack here. So why turn a good hand into a bluff, what is somewhat the top of her range, into a bluff? She's only giving him the stare down because she's maybe hoping to pick up on something that gives her a reason to fold. But I think the price is just too good. And here's another reason why I like his sizing. I mean, if she were to call, it leaves her with 11 big blinds, which is still, you know, not the most effective stack, but it's not nothing. He's not, going to grind her down to dust if she calls.
And the level has ticked over.
And without Mateos at the table, we haven't really seen anybody else call the clock on Maria. Earlier in a hand against Buchanan, Buchanan himself called the clock on her, but it doesn't seem like Aldemir is going to do that in this spot, because the more time she takes, I think he doesn't want to do something that could potentially make her fold.
She does not fold, she calls, and that is going to put a severe dent in Maria Lampropoulos' stack, especially because the blinds have just gone up.